Good afternoon, and welcome to the New England College of Optometry Class of 2021 Commencement Ceremony. Congratulations, Class of 2021. Today is an exciting day for you and your families as you celebrate the end of your journey towards becoming an optometrist and beginning the next steps in your career. I still remember the day that you walked onto campus as the incoming class of 2021. 4 years later, it's amazing how different you and the world are today. The past year and a half has changed everything in our world and adapted the end of your academic journey. The one thing that hasn't changed is your potential and the impact that you're going to have on changing the way people see the world. Each of you has accomplished an incredible feat of successfully completing your degree, and your class is up to the challenge of creating the future for the profession through using your purpose, vision, passion, energy, and hope for the future. By the end of this ceremony, you'll officially have something that forever changes how people will refer to you. Just like when people win an Academy Award and then they're always announced as Academy Award winner, you are now a doctor and you get the rights and privileges that come with that prefix. You'll start getting mail that has doctor on it. You get to put it on forms. It's really great. Your family also loves it. Picture your parents saying it to their friends. It's something that you all get to be proud of, both now and in the future. The best benefit is that you now fully have the ability and responsibility to take care of patients. Together today, we're celebrating your journey from student to doctor, and there have been numerous moments that were memorable along the way. You'll have a chance to reflect back on those in just a few moments. All of you have changed. All of you have grown. And all of you are different from who you were on the first day when you walked through the door at 424 Beacon Street. Just look at your student ID picture and you'll see what I mean. You will all experienced important milestones. The feeling of putting on your white coat for the first time, your first and last set of midterms and finals, nervousness before your first CSE, and then total relief when you passed it, and helping each other laugh and stay upbeat while handling everything from your first semester of classes to preparing for boards and beyond. It may all seem like a whirlwind now, but it all happened and you'll always remember it. Whether you have secured plans for residency or a job, or are finishing up a few loose ends before these plans begin, after today, when someone says doctor, that's you. The past year and a half has been challenging. Plans have changed, and we're all adapting to pandemic living and look forward to getting back to our new normal. Our eyes were all exhausted from being on more Zoom meetings than we ever thought possible, and we're missing things we never thought we would. Even though a lot has changed, your passion for optometry and your drive to go out and make a difference is stronger than ever. Your family and friends, along with all of us in the NECO community, have been in your corner this whole time and are in it for the next phase of your career. President Purcell is known for telling us to expect great things. As part of the academic resource team, my team and I work to create great things. As NECO's class of 2021, it's your turn to go out into the world and create great things to help change the way people see the world. Do a toast today to celebrate your newly minted doctor status. Whether it's with champagne or your favorite beverage, raise a glass to the great class of 2021. We're all doing one with you in spirit, and in some cases, with spirits. Congratulations. The entire NECO community is so proud of you. I will miss you and look forward to seeing you back on campus again soon as alumni. Mindy Kaling said, "Understand that one day you will have the power to make a difference, so use it well." Now is your time to make the difference that you have worked so hard for many years to achieve. I look forward to seeing how each of you makes your mark. To begin today's ceremony, we'll be viewing photos from your class during your time at NECO. The past 4 years have been important times for each of you. Watching some of those important events has hopefully brought back some great memories of your time at NECO and the colleagues who have been important parts of your educational journey. Today's class of 2021 commencement ceremony will be officiated by President Howard Purcell. New England College of Optometry is led by President Purcell, where his vision for the experience at the college now and in the future focuses on innovating the current and future practice of optometry. Dr. Purcell is passionate about creating an environment conducive to the success of all students and works tirelessly to achieve this goal. President Purcell has been an exceptional leader through the pandemic to ensure that all students are able to continue their education in a safe environment and finding innovative ways to care for the patients we serve. Recently, he has been awarded the Eye Care Business 2020 Game Changer Award for his impact on vision care and helping to advance the profession that we all care so deeply about. At this time, I'd like to welcome Dr. Howard Purcell, NECO's president and second generation graduate, to officiate the class of 2021 graduation ceremony. President Purcell? You're on mute.
Okay, what a way to start, right? With the typical I am muted. Sorry about that. I'll get back where we were. Okay, welcome class of 2021. Today, your families, the trustees, faculty, staff, and alumni of the college join me in celebrating you and your accomplishments. Today marks a milestone, a passage that represents a culmination of a journey, but it also represents a new beginning. From your first nervous days as a student, you, the aspiring optometrist, have come a long way to bring you to this moment. Following 4 years of hard work and extensive clinical training, you're emerging today as a full-fledged doctor of optometry, a colleague. The credit for your achievement belongs to you. And while you might give some deserving recognition to the faculty as well as those who've supported you, it was your commitment that allowed you to develop not only the skills, but the confidence and drive to provide excellence in comprehensive care to your patients. As you embark on the next phase of your journey, be mindful of the important responsibilities you will now have, doctor. Don't settle. Don't be afraid to admit your knowledge gaps and seek to fill them. Be open to lifelong learning and stay current. Listen to your patients and treat them the way you would want to be treated, with compassion, professionalism, and respect. Be the doctor you always wanted to be. Give back. Stay in touch with the college and our community, and continue to think of the college as an ongoing resource. Clearly, these are historic times in healthcare, posing challenges, but also providing you with opportunities. You will be part of this transformation, and you can choose to be agents of change that help propel optometry into the future. Some of these changes are being driven by the pandemic, some by patients, some by third-party panels, and some by technology. I encourage you to embrace this technology in eye care. Use it to your advantage to improve efficiency while providing timely, quality eye and health care. AI, VR, telehealth, and 3D printing are among the examples of innovation adaptation we are all experiencing. I'm truly excited for each of you, excited to see what you will accomplish, and hope you will share those accomplishments with us so we can celebrate together. Best of luck, colleagues. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce and turn the program over to Dr. Pano Urakaris, Chair of the New England College of Optometry Board of Trustees. Dr. Urakaris.
Thank you, Howard, and welcome, esteemed NECO class of 2021, your friends, your families who I know are celebrating. I hope as many of them with you, but in person, but also with you in heart. You know, on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the entire NECO family, just congratulations and welcome to this next phase of your lives as doctors. I know that NECO has offered this broad and diverse clinical experience. You've learned an incredible amount, but I also imagine that there's been an increased growth and expansion in this time, especially, or in spite of, but some ways especially given this historic period in the pandemic. You are, as both Sandra and Dr. Purcell have said, which is just in a really historic time. And you have really weathered and learned more in this last 14 months, I imagine, than any of us could have thought about. You also will carry the experiences of NECO and, you know, the knowledge that you learned. I hope also, you know, with our unique experiences, the broad experiences in the clinical system, that this greater awareness of service to others, which is such a critical part of being a doctor, of putting your patients first, of recognizing that important role that you play in that important part, not only of their eyes, their eyesight, but so much of the emotion and the experiences that they will have. And I also know that you're aware of how important community is, and the community where our patients live and what they experience. I'll encourage you to be aware of taking care of yourselves, Loving yourself is where it begins, and taking care of yourself is so vital to being able to take care of others. It extends to our families and friends, of course, but it also extends to others. And I think that that's at the heart of being a truly excellent doctor. You know, there's been so much expansion, or the emphasis and the recognition about the importance of diversity and equity, inclusion. It's really been brought to our forefront by, you know, the death of George Floyd, but it's been going on for so long, for across the board. And I think it's a powerful concept and an opportunity. I know, as I've shared with others, my recognition as a white male and the privilege that I experienced in my life, not making it always easy, but to recognize that, and not with guilt, but actually with deeper introspection and self-awareness. It's powerful concepts, but it's only through that awareness, intention, and action that there's the value, the real value of that. These are hard conversations sometimes to have with ourselves, but the understanding of that, it's so easy to have that clouded, the judgment of ourselves, of others, the judgment of us by others, the hurt, the anger, the defensiveness. But I think you've got the skills and you've got the experiences, the life experiences that you brought with you to NECO, and the life experiences that you will carry forward. I'm so optimistic for this generation, your generation, this class, because I think you've had the depth of experience that will add so much to the richness of things as things move forward. I really, I wish for you that you can continue to stay open, self-aware to the introspection, and then the change in awareness without judgment, and the change in behavior that comes, because that's where the rubber meets the road. We know that service to others is the highest form of love. And I think you know that as well as any. And we wish you the best of success and good luck and fortune in this upcoming journey. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Dr. Yurikaris. And I will mention the support that we get from our board led by Dr. Yurikaris is unwavering. Their focus on student is really laser focused, and their support for you. So you should know that. I know you don't get to interact with them very much, but I can tell you they're focused on your success. Thank you, Pano, for representing the board and for your continued support. I do have to mention, you guys look great in your regalia. Turn on your cameras if you haven't already. We'd love to see you. It gives me a great deal of pleasure to introduce Dr. Kristen Brown, our Associate Dean for Clinical Affairs. Dr. Brown has led the clinical side of the house now for a little over a year and has just done an outstanding job in focusing on you and providing you with the absolute best experience she can. Dr. Brown?
Thank you, Dr. Purcell. I am so excited to be here to celebrate this incredible milestone with you all. I remember when I graduated nearly 30 years ago, how important it was to have my friends, my family, and colleagues to celebrate in our success. So thank you, friends and family and colleagues, for being with us today. You guys are everything. When I look back, I'm grateful to know that when I decided to go to optometry school, I made the right choice. At the time, it was one of the most important decisions of my life. And not only has this been one of the most important decisions of your life, up to this point, you will look back on it in time as I have, and know that this has been one of the best decisions of your life. To become a doctor, to be an optometrist, and to become a colleague. You know, we use the word colleague a lot in medicine, and the definition is that of an associate or a coworker, which seemed a little bit boring when I looked it up. But the term colleague stems from the same source as the words college and legacy and collaborate. And you guys have been colleagues and so much more to each other since the very first day you stepped through the doors at 424 Beacon. Your colleagues are the people, the friends, and the extended family that you've come to know, the classmates you've studied with, the lab partners you've practiced with, and these are the people that you'll remain close to and in touch with the rest of your lives. As a profession, and in particular as an organization, we've learned that we can do amazing things together as colleagues, as a group of people collaborating and supporting each other, even under the most difficult of circumstances. This past year has been challenging, and yet it has provided each of us with opportunity, both individually and collectively, to see what's possible, to demonstrate what we can do together when we look out for each other, when we take responsibility for each other. So my advice is to reflect on all that you've accomplished over these past 4 years. Take time to breathe, to be still, and to take stock of where you are in this moment. Take a minute or two, or maybe more, to restore yourselves, just restore yourselves before stepping into that next big or small commitment. Remember who you are and what you've set out to become. You've got the rest of your lives and your careers in front of you. Don't be afraid to make mistakes or make the wrong decision. None of these will define you in the short or the long term. Pursue your passions and consider that who you work with is as important as what you do for work or where you work. So be particular about these things. Be an incredible colleague yourself, be a team player, and contribute to the greater good. Know that one day you will be the reason that some young person is motivated to go to optometry school. So be that mentor. Stay engaged both personally, locally, nationally. Join your state society, attend the Academy, November, Boston, and go to the AOA. One of the things that's helped me a lot through this past year has been gratitude. So my advice to you, esteemed colleagues, is this: be grateful for the things, be grateful for the little things, be grateful for each other, for the trust that your patients will put in you, and for the privilege to care for them and to learn from them every day. Melody Beatty, an American author, once said, or maybe she once wrote, that gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. And she also wrote that each moment in time, we have all that we need, even when we think we don't. Caring for patients and learning something new every day are two of the most rewarding and grounding things that you can do. You have all that you need to do good, to go forth, and to succeed in your chosen profession. We've missed seeing you all this year, so come back and say hello, share your successes with us. I couldn't be more pleased for you or more proud of you. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you very much, Dr. Brown, for your wise and encouraging words. I know it is appreciated. Today, each of you are becoming alumni of the New England College of Optometry, joining colleagues from 1894 to the present, 127 years of support. As alumni, you will represent your alma mater and make us proud. It's a lifetime association with your fellow optometrists. Let me now introduce Dr. Jessica Fortin, the president of the Alumni Association, on behalf of our Alumni Association, to offer a greeting. Dr. Fortin.
Thank you, Dr. Purcell, and good afternoon, faculty, staff, family, friends, and the NECO class of 2021. The journey through the Doctor of Optometry degree program is always challenging, but class of 2021, you have had a particularly trying year. We have all been very proud to witness the strength, perseverance, adaptability, and passion that you have displayed amid this pandemic and through the many secondary obstacles that you encountered. Graduates, as president of the New England College of Optometry Alumni Association, it is my privilege and joy to welcome you to the Alumni Association as our newest members. Our Alumni Association is a community and also a resource. We are available to you now and will continue to be here for you as you progress through your careers. Know also that your experience as new graduates and young practitioners is valuable, and you may already be in a position to offer mentorship and guidance to current students and new students. By supporting each other, by supporting our students, and by supporting our beloved school, we bolster our profession and we become better ourselves. So please, as you go your separate ways, keep us in mind and do stay in touch. Congratulations, doctors.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ford. And we have just a wonderful alumni association led by Jessica. She does an outstanding job, and we appreciate the support our alumni group provides to the college and to our alums. Thank you, Jessica. At this time, it is great pleasure and admiration that I introduce the class of 2021 commencement keynote speaker, our friend, Philip Chong. Philip serves as the president and CEO of Quincy Asian Resource, Inc., which is based in Massachusetts and New York City. Quincy Asian Resource, Inc., or QARI, as we know it, is a nonprofit immigrant social service agency serving communities since 2001. Philip himself grew up in Hong Kong, China, and moved to this country when he was 16 to pursue the American dream. Philip was selected for the 2020 Leader of Change by USA Today due to his work in guiding the community through the chaos of today's civil rights fight. Since the growing increase of anti-Asian hate crime, Philip has led the communities in Massachusetts, New York City, and Los Angeles in rallies, forums, and most recently, hashtag Whistle Against AAPI Hate to show their support and solidarity for the Asian community. Philip has helped transform the social service sector and led a grassroots community-based organization from Massachusetts to expand his vision of true impact to other cities and to other towns. New York City, the Merrimack Valley, Lowell, and East Boston as examples. Since the pandemic started, Philip and the QARI team pivoted their work into PPE manufacturing to save thousands of jobs for the local workforce and supported a daily 150,000 unit PPE production to the US Navy and frontline workers, and to prepare and deliver over 1 million culturally sensitive meals door to door to homebound elders and vulnerable families in Massachusetts and New York City. Additionally, he's working on a project to build a 20,000 square foot fashion manufacturing and workforce training center in New York City to help underprivileged Asians and immigrants who are inspired to become a fashion designer by teaching and guiding them through product conception, brand development, sourcing, production, logistics, and sales. On a personal note, I do want to mention, since the moment I arrived at NECO, Philip has been a supporter of ours. He has provided guidance in so many different areas for us, and I cannot think of a better person to address us today. So Philip, welcome. Thank you for being here, and thank you for all the contributions you make to our community and beyond.
Good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you to all the trustees, faculty, and distinguished honorary guests. Thank you, President Purcell and the leadership team, and thank you to all the families and friends who are here today. And congratulations to the graduates. It is an extreme honor for me to stand before you today, the 2021 graduating class of the New England College of Optometry. First, as an Asian American and immigrant myself who came to this country at age 16, I would never thought I would be standing here today as your commencement keynote speaker. And for this special day, I'm going to give you a gift of a message for the beautiful and sometimes bumpy journey of life. This is a message that personally took me some time to figure out in my own life. Although it will not be easy, and it depends on what kinds of lens that you use to create the perception of this life journey. But for me, I always encourage the people to share their feelings and experience to others. In the Asian culture, we are brought up not to share much of our feelings. And it is a big taboo to even talk about finding help from seeking, from speaking to a therapist. Not until age 37, I decided to break that stigma and seek help from a therapist. And this has changed my life and empower myself to be truthful and honest to who I am. I always hear the saying, or we all do, figure out who you are and what you like or what gives you happiness in life. If you're able to do this, you will have a clear path to success. But we know paths of life are not mostly clear. Life happens, careers, pathways change, and family situations change. And unfortunately, a pandemic has changed it all for everyone. When changes and obstacles start to happen in life, I chose living life not being afraid to do something new, even if it is a riskier path. Taking this riskier, sometimes uncomfortable path led to opportunities, success, and happiness. So in Chinese writing, the word risk is composed of two characters. The first character means danger, and the second character means opportunity. At age 40, I'm 45 right now, I took a risk. I changed my career from private sector to a social service world. I felt safe in my career, but knew there was more out there for me to feel whole and to feel I have purpose and mission to my life that was missing. I knew this risky path could bring me the real opportunity by just focusing on helping people. And I look at this class and feel that you are blessed in that way. It will be your job day in and day out to make people's lives better. Sometimes you might have to fight with the corporate giants, and you might have to deal with the squabbles in your billing office or among your assistants. But every patient who walks out of your office will walk out better for having seen you. You will have helped. Remember the Chinese character risk. The first part of risk looks dangerous, but it actually comes with that opportunity. Take that risk in life. Build your life, be thoughtful about your choices. The momentum of this graduation and this day are sweeping you forward into your personal and professional future. It might feel natural to let the current take you, but there might be opportunity that you never thought of. Be open to something new, be willing to take a risk when the window of opportunity comes. I can tell you the currents does not always lead where you want to go. My early self would never have thought I would leading an operation in New York City and Massachusetts, helping to prepare and deliver over 1 million culturally sensitive meals and food boxes to the homebound elders and the vulnerable families during a pandemic. I would never have thought I would passing out tens of thousands whistles across the nation to help these vulnerable elders feel just a little safer against Asian hate. I would never thought I would start a PPE manufacturing to save the local workforce for immigrants who lost their jobs during this pandemic. This was truly not the path I envisioned and set for during my private sector life. I took a risk for more than material things, but for a deeper purpose. As a driver, you might never know when you will hit that detour sign, but you will get to your destination if you keep going and allow yourself to see change as possibility. The accomplishments celebrated today put you in that driver's seat of your life. Change and opportunity might carry risk, but as the saying goes, with a great risk comes great reward. As the introduction says, I do not stop. And my next wish list, which I did sign up, is my hope to be chosen for the Dear Moon project by Elon Musk and Mr. Masawa as one of the passengers to travel to the moon. So please wish me luck. So you're graduating in the year of the pandemic. You have already shown that you are the survivor, that you can overcome unimagined obstacles. There's no one who can lay out a map for your life in the graduation speech, and I wouldn't dare to try. But I can tell you that when I began to build my life as carefully, as thoughtfully, the real success came. And with it came happiness and joy and real freedom. A freedom that a 16-year-old boy from China could have never imagined for myself. And what this country has given it to him. With that said, may you find success by no one's definition but your own. But remember to put yourself out there, be open, give back to your community, and go leave your mark. Open your eyes to the life of opportunities. Thank you. Congratulations to you all. Go celebrate for your success. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Philip, for those inspiring words. Listen to many commencement speeches, but when you're listening to somebody who's truly walked the walk, it really is impactful. Thank you so much for your support of NECO, for personally your support of me, and also for your inspiring words. We appreciate it. It's a real pleasure today to have two speakers who both have walked the talk without any question. I'm now pleased to present the NECO President's Medal. The 2021 President's Medal is awarded to the Massachusetts Society of Optometrists and is being accepted today by my friend, Dr. Wayne Zaka, the MSO Executive Director. The Massachusetts Society of Optometrists is the recognized authority for eye and vision care and represents the profession of optometry in Massachusetts and in Washington, D.C., with a mission to advance the quality, availability, and accessibility of eye, vision, and related health care. The MSO assists its members in practicing successfully to the highest standard of care and supports full scope of practice. The MSO is an integral advocate for the successful expansion of the scope of practice for optometrists in Massachusetts. The passing of this legislation allows optometrists to prescribe topical and oral medications for the treatment of glaucoma and to have authority to prescribe oral medications for the treatment of eye-related diseases, moving the state in line with common optometric practice across the rest of the country. Accepting the President's Medal on behalf of the Massachusetts Society of Optometrists is my friend and colleague, Dr. Wayne Zaka. Dr. Zaka is a proud member of the class of 1994 of the New England College of Optometry and a classmate of mine. Dr. Zaka was named Executive Director of the Massachusetts Society of Optometrists in April of 2020. He is a 37-year member and active volunteer of both the MSO and the American Optometric Association. He was instrumental in revamping and redirecting the MSO legislative strategy, which led to the passage of glaucoma and oral pharmaceutical privileges on January 1st, 2021. On a personal note, I've known Wayne since we were students at New England College of Optometry. Wayne has always been a leader. He's always been that person you go to. He's always been that person you can trust. And we certainly all appreciate that bringing this drug legislation through the finish line was not a single person's job, but there probably is no other person who did any more than Dr. Zaka to get us where we are today. Dr. Zaka, thank you for being here today to accept the award on behalf of the MSO and to congratulate the class of 2021 on their accomplishments. Dr. Zaka.
Thank you, Howard, for those kind words. President Purcell and Board of Trustees, thank you for bestowing the 2021 President's Medal on the Massachusetts Society of Optometrists. It is such a great honor to receive this award, and it's a greater honor to address the 2021 graduating class. Graduates, congratulations to all of you. You know, honestly, I'm in awe of each of you for enduring the many adaptations the pandemic forced upon us while you were maintaining your studies, taking the national boards, and working through your clinical rotations. I truly empathize with you all. It would have been my preference to have a personal connection and meet with you all at a live graduation event. However, adaptation is a skill that optometrists are quite proficient at, safety first. My name is Dr. Wayne Zaka. I am a fellow alumnus of NECO and currently the Executive Director of the Massachusetts Society of Optometrists. I spent the majority of my career in private practice in my hometown of Westwood, Massachusetts. I'd like to welcome you to our nationwide community of optometrists. You now have your doctorate degree and you have mastered the clinical and reasoning skills to care for your patients. But you must recognize that being a great optometrist involves so much more than mastering technical skills. To be truly great, you must develop empathy for your patients, coworkers, and those around you. You must engage with your colleagues, become involved in the non-clinical aspects of optometry. Take the time to become involved and volunteer in your community. And lastly, become active in your local and national politics. Optometry is a legislative profession, and as such, all advances to the profession must go through a legislative process. Now, changing any law is a costly and time-consuming effort. A unified, strong optometric community is critical in gathering public support and changing the opinion of legislators, which then leads to changes in law. The American Optometric Association and Massachusetts Society of Optometrists are your gateways to that unified, strong optometric community. We offer you camaraderie, mentoring, support, and a personal connection as you enter your career. We want you to realize that we are here to assist and guide you once you leave the confines of NECO. You are not alone. The AOA and MSO, along with all state associations, collectively called Organized Optometry, are comprised of concerned, dedicated optometrists and are the only organizations that constantly expend time, energy, and money to advance the profession. They're working on expansive scope of practice, increased patient access, battling non-inclusion and predatory insurance policies, and they increase the community standing and livelihood of all optometrists. Please don't shun your national and state optometric organization. Without these organizations, optometry would still be an optical-only profession. Rather than looking towards expansion into in-office surgical procedures or treatment with lasers, as they're doing now across the country, you'd be in a profession unable to perform even the simplest of tasks for your patients. Without them, you would have been unable to dilate a pupil or perform Goldman tonometry or remove a foreign body. Any hint of a medical diagnosis would force a referral. You'd be unable to treat an eye-related medical condition with topical or oral medications and unable to collect from an insurance carrier for your examination. It follows also that these advances from organized optometry drive the progress in the excellent education you just received at NECO and optometry colleges across the nation. Joining your national and state association is an investment you cannot afford to ignore, because most of what the profession is today was obtained from the efforts of the members of the AOA, the MSO, and all state associations. So please join us now and throughout your career as we work to improve the profession of optometry and the livelihood of optometrists. We have some great things yet to accomplish. There are many benefits to becoming a member, which your state association rep can review with you. These benefits far outweigh the minor cost of dues. And although I was the lead contact to the legislators when we passed our scope enhancement bill, there were many dedicated optometrists who worked very hard and long hours for many years to get this done. So I'd like to say thank you to all of them. Now, all of you have a remarkable career in front of you. Opportunities to pursue in clinical care, research, teaching, industry, public health, public policy, just to name a few. Your journey will be fluid, and you'll most likely utilize your OD degree in multiple professional settings. Strive to be your best in any setting. But whichever career path you choose, I wish you all the best of health, happiness, and success. I look forward to working with each of you throughout your careers, and hopefully, very soon, we can connect personally and meet face-to-face as colleagues. So thank you, and again, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Dr. Zaka, for your inspiring words, for your unrelenting work on behalf of optometrists in the state of Massachusetts, and also for being such a good friend of the college. We appreciate it very much and look forward to continued growth of the MSO under your leadership. One outstanding characteristic of your class has been your academic excellence and drive for learning. I have the honor of recognizing one member of the class who has set the bar, achieving the highest grade point average for classroom, lab, and clinical education. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Alyssa Hortzman as the class of 2021 valedictorian, and accept our congratulations for your remarkable achievement and well-deserved honor. Alyssa grew up in Frankenmuth, Michigan, with her parents, Susan and Terry Hortzman, and sister Jessica and Rachel. Alyssa graduated from the University of Michigan with a major in neuroscience and a minor in business. While there, Alyssa spent a summer in Paris studying French and art history. Additionally, Alyssa worked as a research assistant at the Kellogg Eye Center, which reinforced her desire to study optometry at NECO, a career where she is inspired to pursue as a high school freshman by a lifelong relationship with her family optometrists. Thank you to whoever you were. While a student at NECO, Alyssa was a member of the Beta Sigma Kappa Honor Society and worked as a library aide. She states that her time in Boston not only taught her the strong knowledge base and clinical skills that contribute to her success as a doctor, but also shaped who she is all around. Alyssa is excited to continue her educational growth with her ocular disease residency at the Moyes Eye Center in Kansas City, Missouri. Alyssa would also like to send a special thank you to her parents, Susan and Terry, for their unconditional love and support, her sister Jessica and Rachel for listening to all her stories, and her boyfriend Mitchell for all the FaceTime dates and study sessions. I think we can all relate, Alyssa. On behalf of the class of 2021, we congratulate you, Dr. Hortzman, on your accomplishments. Alyssa?
Hello, welcome. It's really nice to see everybody again. I know it's been a really long time, and I know that today isn't necessarily the day that we all imagined and longed for as we woke up and dragged ourselves to lecture hall 3 for ODP every day at 8 a.m. But alas, I'm glad to be with you all once again. We've been through a lot together, and now's our time that we can look back and smile through all of the toughness and the challenges that we faced. We can laugh at how little we knew when we sat in lecture hall 3 and PPO 1, peppering Dr. Vera Diaz with questions on how to do visual acuity, terrified that we might fail our first clinical skills exam. We can reminisce about our time as second-year students, the very first time we closed that exam room door, about to start our first exam on a real-life patient, hoping beyond hope that they wouldn't ask us too many questions or notice how badly we were sweating through our white coats. Now, those kinds of things are second nature to us. We've come a really long way, and we deserve to be really proud of ourselves. But of course, we didn't do it alone. And so I'd be remiss if I didn't offer a special thank you to all of NECO's faculty and staff for offering their advice, their knowledge, helping us hone our skills. Thank you. I also need to thank our parents, our siblings, our significant others, any other loved one that we might have here with us today or afar. This wouldn't be possible. I wouldn't be standing here without any of your love and support, so thank you. And then, of course, I have to thank my fellow graduates for being on this journey with me. Like I've said, we've grown a lot since we first walked into that NECO Rotunda 4 years ago, and I'm really proud of where we are today. We're smart, we're caring to our patients, and we are resilient. We're amazing doctors today, and I can't wait to see where else we go. So, I want to raise a glass to us and say congratulations to the class of 2021. We did it.
Well done, Alyssa. Thank you so much and congratulations. We appreciate the inspiring words and look forward to the difference you and your classmates are going to make in this profession in the future. Thank you so much. I would now like to recognize those members of the class of 2021 who've been members of the Student Council during part or all of their time at NECO. We're extremely appreciative of the time and effort you have added to your already busy academic lives, to go that extra mile and to take the extra hour to work with your fellow students and NECO community. I also want to personally thank you for your insight and outstanding leadership. When I arrived, you'd already had a year on me, and the Student Council was incredibly helpful for me as I adapted. And I personally want to thank each of you for the contributions you made, not only to the entirety of our institution, but personally to me as the new member of the team. I want to thank you very much for that. I'd like to recognize the class of 2021 Student Council leaders. And perhaps this may be the first time, but I'm putting the doctor in front of me. Dr. Noel Acord. Not sure if you heard Brian. I'm going to start over. Dr. Noel Acord. Dr. Brian Chung. Dr. Justine Choi. Dr. Evelyn Del Real. Dr. Jonathan Ellen Calcador. Dr. Zachary Jost, Dr. Drake Kaminsky, Dr. Katie Kosteva, Dr. Jacqueline Kowal, Dr. Nita Malik, Dr. Jem Martin, Dr. Sydney Vanessa Perez, Dr. Sunny Raithatha, Dr. Amy Sickinger, Dr. Sarah Elizabeth Sutnick, and finally, Dr. Lauren Thamel. On a personal note, as Lauren served as the president of the Student Council, I want to thank Lauren for her partnership, the hours we spent together, and her insights that she provided. It was invaluable to me as the new president of the college, and I want to personally thank Lauren in particular, but all of you for everything you contribute. It's a lot easier to sit back and not step up, especially with all the pressures of this program, and each of you have done that. Thank you again for your time and commitment. This year, we'd like to honor the outstanding graduates who earned clinical, academic, scholarships, and personal achievement awards at the New England College of Optometry. Academic Achievement Awards recognize graduates who achieved high grade point averages in didactic, lab, and clinical education. To begin, our valedictorian award and Beta Sigma Kappa medal, Alyssa Hortzman. Congratulations again, Alyssa. Salutatorian, Dr. Brian Kitt. Advanced Standing International Program Scholastic Achievement Award, Dr. Wayne Kwan. Congratulations. Personal Achievement Awards recognize graduates for demonstrated leadership, commitment to service, and dedication to the field of optometry. This year's Dr. Hyman R. Kamen's Award goes to Hannah Elizabeth Lewis. The F. Dow Smith Award, Dr. Jonathan Ellen Calcador. The Dr. Edward Joseph Trundle Jr. Award, Dr. Lauren Thamel. The David Hubner 1986 Scholarship for Teaching Excellence Award, Dr. Amy Sickinger. Faculty Scholarship Award, Dr. Mia Klekos. Congratulations to all the winners. Clinical awards recognize graduates for outstanding clinical performance and excellence in the field of low vision, pediatrics, contact lens, and vision therapy. This year's class of 1969 Scholarship Award is given to Dr. Michaela Temple. The New England College of Optometry Clinical Award goes to Dr. Amanda Valle. The William C. Barrett Memorial Scholarship goes to Dr. Hannah Elizabeth Lewis. The Alcon Case Report Award, Dr. Noel Acord. The GP Contact Lens Clinical Excellence Award, Dr. Noel Acord. The American Academy of Optometry Foundation Award of Excellence in Contact Lens Patient Care, Dr. Ire Ando. The COVD Award for Excellence in Vision Therapy, Dr. Kirsten Barley. The Goodlight Pediatric Equipment Award, Dr. Jonathan Ellen Calcador. The Eschenbach Award for Excellence in Low Vision, Dr. Lauren Thamel. The William Feinblum Low Vision Award, Dr. Amy Sickinger. The Optelec Excellence in Low Vision Award, Dr. Jim Martin. The Ned S. Whitkin Leadership in Low Vision Award, Dr. Nicole Adam. Congratulations to all of you. Scholarship awards recognize graduates for overall academic excellence, leadership, and commitment to the profession. This year's Alumni Association Award goes to Dr. Sean Lee and Dr. Feng Chi Sherry Zhu. The Month N. Kufos Scholarship, Dr. Michaela Temple. The Joseph and Judith Ann Feldberg Scholarship, Dr. Alyssa Hortzman. And Dr. Brian Kitt and Dr. Catherine Lamb. The Vision Service Plan Scholarship, Dr. Nathan M. Bates. Dr. Jonathan Ellen Calcador. The Biter Scholarship, Dr. Miriam Nasiri and Dr. Kaji Windell. Congratulations again to all of your award recipients. Graduates, you've had the opportunity to learn from internationally respected scholars, researchers, teachers, practitioners, and academic leaders. I'd like to thank all of the New England College of Optometry faculty for their dedication and support throughout your educational journey. I would like to now introduce two faculty members who have received special recognition from your class. Their awards are especially meaningful because they are determined by the class of 2021. The 2021 Foster Namias Award recognizes Dr. William Slight for superior teaching, outstanding service to students, and being highly knowledgeable in the field. Dr. Slight?
Okay, I think we're on. So thanks everybody for the nomination. It's really a pivotal moment for all of you entering the profession, and pivotal for me as I leave, because as you know, I'm retiring this year. So just a couple thoughts reflecting back on what I would say to you. And you've heard this from Kristen Brown and you've heard it from Dr. Zaka. And it's really important that you do support your local state and organization and the optometric associations and the national, because this is how legislation gets done. And if you want to have a profession going forward, you've got to commit to that. So I just encourage you to take those words seriously. They're super important. Then at the local level, get to know the people who are out in the community, who are your first responders, your ambulance drivers, the people who are out there in the EMT world. Get to know your local and state representatives and get to know them outside of optometric context. The last thing you want to do is have to go up to a state representative and with an optometric concern before you know them. So get on their radar somehow, go out, take them out to dinner or just correspond with them so that they know who you are and what you're doing. And then when you have something to come up, they'll already have some respect for you and they won't think, oh, he's just here or she's just here to get something passed in legislation. So that takes time, that takes commitment, and it's really worth every bit that you did. And I wish that I'd done more of it going up in Maine, but it worked out for us. We have a great association in Maine, and it was through that groundwork that we got all of our legislations passed so early. So thinking back, I love ocular disease. That's been my thing, teaching you about ocular disease. But I want to also just say where optometry shines and what we own and where your practice is. We've got to own certain parts of the optometric care. And I think we need to own pediatric optometry. And I think we need to own optometric myopia management. That's up and coming. That's a new trend that I think is going to distinguish optometry and set them apart from the rest of the eye care community. And dry eye, we've got to know dry eye inside out. Everybody who opens an optometric practice has to be the dry eye person in the area. So, if somebody comes in, they have a neighbor who has dry eye, and then it gets around the community that you are able to help somebody with that problem. It's going to be big, and there's just so much work being done in that area. So we need to own that. And lastly, just basic optometry, spectacle lens prescribing and getting the glasses right, getting the right progressive for their computer display terminals, the basics, good refractions, which take a lot of your time. It takes more time to get a good refraction sometime than it does to diagnose a uveitis or to fix a red eye. So don't overlook the little things, because people ultimately have to go away from your practice seeing well and being happy that they came to see you. And then counseling. I spend a lot of time, because my practice is geriatric, but I can't tell you how many times my patients have told me it wasn't until I told them about nephropathy, retinopathy, and neuropathy and explained to them capillary loss and all that stuff that we talk about in ocular disease that they get it, that they understand that their A1Cs are way too high and that they're actually going to come down. They have to come down or they're going to have problems in 15 years. So that's the thing that I would just want to say as my parting remarks, and things where I think that you can't forget these as you go forward into your professions, and just really hammer down on those. And if you do that, optometry is going to be strong going forward. So congratulations, everybody. I'm sorry we weren't in person. It's been a long year, as everybody said, but go out and get them. You're ready.
Thank you very much, and congratulations, Dr. Slight. It doesn't surprise anyone that you're still teaching till the very end here. So thank you for that. And I know today is all about our graduates, but as a point of personal privilege, I know I speak for everyone who has ever engaged with you as a student, as a faculty member, as administration. We want to thank you so much for the contributions you've made to so many students, to our college. You will be greatly missed. I hope you read some of the comments in the chat, because it's clear you have made an impact on all of our students, but also on all of us. Thank you so much, Bill. The 2021 Carol Martis Award recognizes Dr. Mark O'Donoghue for excellence in clinical teaching and outstanding service to students and to clinical faculty. Dr. O'Donoghue, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Dr. Purcell. This award, the Martis Award, is very special to me. Dr. Martis was one of my professors at the New England College of Optometry. He taught business management. He wasn't only a wonderful professor, but when I graduated and started my first professional practice, he helped me set it up. And I came to know him very well. And as good a professor as he was a much finer person. And so it is a great honor for me to have you choose me for this award. And it is a great honor for me, and a humbling honor to have my name mentioned in line with his. When I graduated from Fairfield University in 1971, I graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and a minor in philosophy. And my father, a nationally recognized attorney, said to me, "Son, you need to have a profession." And I did not have the heart to tell him that I applied to law school and did not get in. And I also didn't have the heart to tell him that I was very happy that I didn't. One thing led to another, and as I had for the past 3 summers, I went to Southeastern Maine in the West End House Boys Club camp and directed the waterfront, made sure that all our kids could swim or would be safe, and oversaw the activities with boating and canoeing. as fate would have it, the West End House opened up a boys club in Alston after having moved from the West End. And for the first time in their 75-year history, they had a swimming pool. And they asked me to join them as their aquatics director. And since I didn't have anything else to do, that's what I did. And so my very lily white person went from a very lily white suburban town in southeastern Massachusetts and became engaged in the most diverse boys club that one could ever imagine in the big city of Boston. And I spent 3 wonderful years there. And well, actually, I spent 8 wonderful years there. And as I, in the winter of 1975, it occurred to me that my father was correct. I needed a profession. And the question was, what profession? I was not attracted to law because of its adversarial basis. And what I realized in those 3 years working at the Boys Club is I just love the idea of using science to help people. And so I needed a profession that would allow me to do that. And after a diligent search, I found, despite the fact that I had never had an eye exam, that optometry was a very good fit. So a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and a minor in philosophy was kind of a problem. So what I did, we had to fix that. And it took 3 years to fix it. And when I got it fixed, I was honored by being admitted to the class of 1982. And in September of 1978, I entered the first year's class at NECO. Optometry school is pretty hard, no doubt. It is pretty hard. If you think about it, between your classes, your labs, and your clinic time, you've acquired over 300 credit hours of graduate level education. That is 3 Bachelor of Arts degrees in 4 years. Now I'm going to offer you a little fatherly advice. Don't swap your OD degree for 3 bachelor's degrees. The New England College of Optometry is a trinity. It is not the capital T Trinity of Christian theology. It is a small t Trinity, but is sacred nonetheless. It combines, if you want to use science to help people, first thing you have to have is science. And so we need our scientists and we need our researchers, the people who dedicate their lives to unraveling the mysteries of the universe. So that's our first pillar of the Trinity. The second pillar of the Trinity is the stuff that the scientist comes up with is pretty complicated. And for us mortal people, we need somebody to explain it to us. And that is where the teachers come in. And they come in and they help us acquire the knowledge that we need to practice. But knowledge is not enough. And so the clinic happens. We go to clinic and we learn how to take that knowledge that's been supplied to us and morph it into the ability to care for patients. So at first, it's the knowledge. Knowledge becomes skill. Skill becomes wisdom. Wisdom becomes intuition. Intuition finds itself morphing into professional expertise. And therein lies the completion of the Trinity. We use that Trinity to care for our patients. And in the final analysis, it is you want to use science to help people. In the final analysis, it's the people. And there are going to be millions of them. And you are going to provide them with clear, comfortable vision. And there will be those whose vision you will preserve from the ravages of pathology. And then, yes, there is going to be a reasonable number of people whose lives you will save. You will become part of their family. You will become part, you will care for them. You will care for their children. You will care for their children's children. And in the eyes of many, you will become heroes. We all have the ability to become heroes. We all have it in our human DNA. Today, I look at the class of 2021. You are my heroes. I have seen you demonstrate courage. I have seen you demonstrate perseverance. I have seen you demonstrate esprit de corps. I have seen you demonstrate dedication to the mission and dedication to learning. It is today, you are my heroes. Tomorrow, you will be our heroes. You are about to embark on a great adventure using science to help people. And it has been my great privilege, honor, and joy to have been a small part of your clinical education. Godspeed on your journey. Thank you for everything that you've provided for us.
Thank you very much, Dr.
That's
O'Donoghue.
There's one more piece to the coda and I couldn't remember it.
That's
Getting
okay.
old.
That's okay. Thank you for those inspiring words. We appreciate it. You're certainly one of our heroes as well, as you continue to demonstrate your commitment to students year after year, and it's made such a difference. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
I'm going to just take one more minute to offer you my personal congratulations before I turn things over to Dr. Weisberg. These are very special moments in your life. It's okay to feel proud. We, the faculty, the staff, and leadership of the college are also very proud of you. Today is why we do what we do. So let's bond one last time as a group in a moment of collective pride and individual achievement. You've earned it. All the best wishes for success and happiness in your chosen career. Expect great things. We expect them from you. We're always here for support. Thank you for trusting us with your education and your health. It is now my distinct pleasure to turn things over to Dr. Eric Weisberg, the Vice President and Dean of Academic Affairs, to present the candidates for the Masters of Science in Vision Science and Doctor of Optometry. Dr. Weisberg.
Thank you, Howard. And thank you to all of the previous speakers. There is a lot of wisdom in your words, and I am very proud to be able to share this Zoom stage with you. So just really lovely to hear all of your insight. And now the graduates, my colleagues. I've referred to you since day one as my colleagues, and I've always been perfectly comfortable in doing so. And I hope that today, perhaps you are all equally comfortable referring to me in the same way if you weren't before. We've heard a lot about colleagues today. Several of the previous speakers brought it up, and so must really be with good reason. Dr. Brown, I too decided I would look up the meaning of the word colleague. Came away with something slightly different but similar, originating from the Latin root word meaning with or together. And there is no doubt that we are all in this together, bound by our profession, bound by our commitment to discover and never stop learning, and bound by our duty to care. We are here to support and to help each other. So please, sincerely, do not hesitate to reach out to me or any one of us at the college, whether it's with a challenging case, a difficult professional decision, or a logistical obstacle to overcome, we'll be here for you. Now, of all the things that I would want you to remember, the most important to me is that you should never underestimate your power, your impact, your ability to influence the life of others. You are here now more powerful than you were when you started day one at NECO. The knowledge you have gained can be used in so many ways. You've already seen what it can do through your clinical experience, but that's only the beginning. Your education at NECO has taught you more than how to deliver care. You've learned about people, about communities, about overcoming adversity, about conquering fears. And you've learned a lot about yourself. And perhaps of all things, that's absolutely the most valuable. So use your knowledge, use your power wisely, feed it continuously, and always do well and always do good. I couldn't be more proud and more happy for all of you and all of your friends, your family, and your colleagues that get to celebrate with you. This is a wonderful day. And now, the best part. The Master of Science in Vision Science is designed to provide experience in vision research methodology through the development and execution of an original research project and completion and defense of a research thesis. It is my privilege to present a graduate from the Masters of Science in Vision Science program, Reem Al-Magati. The Doctor of Optometry degree prepares graduates with a strong foundation in the visual, biomedical, and clinical sciences, and a rich and diverse patient care experience. It's my honor to present the graduates who will be receiving the Doctor of Optometry degree today. Megan Rose Villarez Abanto.
Go Megan, woo!
Mesa Abbas. Azka Abdulmajib. Christina Abercrombie. Noelle Acord. Nicole Adam, who is also receiving a Master of Science in Vision Science degree today. Romaya Ahmed. Daphne Ambrose. Irie Ando. Kwame Antwi-Bwesiako. Arabella Arabejo. Kristen Baragana. Sarah Barber. Matthew Barnes, who is also receiving a Master of Science in Vision Science degree. Shudeshna Bashir. Nathan M. Bates. Samantha Bertherman. In attendance today is her father, George Bertherman, a NECRO graduate of 1993. So welcome. Poonam K. Babusar. Kirsten Borley. Noah Booten. An Boy. Shayla Mae Burrows. Stephanie Bulwell. Mandeep Chahil. Carrie Chapman. Andy Chen. Santai Chen, who is also receiving a Master of Science in Vision Science degree. Kimberly Cheng. Yuin Chung. Jessica Chirenza. Brian Chung. Justine Choi. Donald Kahn. Justin Darrow. Evelyn Del Real. Stivia Demiri. Sarah Marie Eid. Jonathan Ellen Calcador. Nicole Everett. Andrew Fonte. Madeline Fullerton, who is also receiving a Bachelor of Optometry degree. Christy Chungki Fung, who is also receiving a Master of Science in Vision Science degree. Belkis Galal. Amanda Lee Gannon. Julian Gant. Chris Garcia. Jasmine Givargis. Michelle Gong. Alan Greenberg.
Woo!
Angshu Gurung. Puneet Harasingan. James Hernandez.
Anthony.
Wow. Kyla Hillier. Alyssa Horstman. Brian Howard.
Yeah, be how.
Bradley Howarder. Jenyen Huang. Samit Jir. Emily Zhang, who is also receiving a Master of Science in Vision Science degree. Ali Miwa. Alyssa Jones. Jessica Judith. Zachary Jost. In attendance today is his mother, Cheryl Jost, a NECO graduate 2003. Manpreet Judgy. Drake Kaminsky. Grace Kehoe. Sapna Katri. Sydney Kirsch. Brian Kitt. Mia Klekos, who is also receiving a Master of Science in Vision Science degree. Yay! Katie Kosteva, who is also receiving a Master of Science in Vision Science degree. Jacqueline Kowal. Miriam Shrzewska. Caroline Kucha. Catherine Lamb. Sophia Lee. In attendance today is her brother, Danny Lee, a NECO graduate of 2017. Shannon Leonard.
Yay!
Christina Marie Leong. Emily Leung. Hannah Elizabeth.
Go, Hannah!
करके रखा ओके
Congratulations, Hannah! Go best friend!
करना है
Sean Lee.
Yay!
Margaret Liu.
Let's go, Margaret! Woo!
Heidi McDonald. Netta Malek. Jem Martin.
Go big sister!
Cassie Merle.
Way to go, guys!
Asha.
Asha Melut.
Hello, Asha. Hey.
Oh!
Jacob Middlestead.
Go, Jake.
Miriam Nasir. Carol Ing.
Sheesh!
Keen Nguyen. Gabriel Ochonsky. Paige Oliver. Jessica Panther. Hardy Patel. Parth V. D. Patel. Swati. Gurpreet Kaur Pelia. Sydney Vanessa Perez. Anthony Dewey.
Anthony!
Jenna
Woo!
Wayne Kwan. Sunny Raithatha. Erica Ridgway. Eleni Saramelis. Ashwini Selvakumar. Julie Shin. Amy C. Sickinger. Anmol.
Oh! Yeah!
Slapchak. Gurlal Sohal. Caroline Stottleman. Rachel Steinbach. Sarah Elizabeth Sutnick. Angelica Zeller. Michael Cam Tay.
That's my guy! Let's go, bro!
Michaela Temple. Lauren Thamel. And in attendance today are her parents, Brian Thamel and Valerie Ricciardi, NECO graduates, 1988. Noel Tiberi. Dahlia.
Congratulations, Dahlia!
Congratulations! He's best doctor.
Vanessa Chen. Christine. Amanda Valle. Kristen Vanderlee. Emily Vu.
Go, Emily! Emily!
Lucille Dishen Wang. Cho Hui Vivi Wei. Also receiving a Master in Science in Vision Science degree, and in attendance, her husband, Randall Harrison White, NECO graduate, 2018. Emily Werner. In attendance today is her sister, Laura Werner, NECO graduate, 2015.
Yeah, Emily!
Sarah Stevenson Williford. Kelsey Wilson. Katia Windell. Celia Young.
Okay.
Jennifer Zhang.
Yay, Jenny!
Feng Qi Sherry Zhou.
Oh,
Congratulations. Thank you very much, Dr. Weisberg. Thank you very much, Dr. Weisberg. You know, this has been a year like no other, and I think I'm going to take an opportunity here, since I know there's so much enthusiasm and excitement. I'm going to ask Jessica to allow us to open up everyone's mics, and for about 10 seconds, let's listen to your enthusiasm and your celebration for our graduates.
Congratulations, Carol.
Congratulations, Jessica.
Right.
Yeah,
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for your encouragement of our wonderful graduates, and what a wonderful job by our graduates. And that leads us to a very important part of our ceremony. I'd like to introduce Dr. Jonathan Jimerson, Director of Externships and Assistant Professor. Don't know if you heard all that, so I'm going to go back. I would like to introduce Dr. Jonathan Jimerson, Director of Externships and Assistant Professor of Clinical Optometry, to introduce the optometric oath. Dr. Jimerson.
Thank you, Dr. Purcell. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Today marks the official beginning of your careers as fully fledged doctors, as is signified by taking this oath. As is evident by all the cheers and the whistles echoing, I trust that there's a lot of joy and laughter at home, and that you guys are filled with such a great sense of pride. One that I know that you'll especially feel when you see your first patient without a preceptor looming nearby. So on to the oath. I'll ask that you raise your right hand, and you'll repeat the words that articulate your commitment and dedication and solidify your place in the world as doctors. Any optometrists joining us today are also encouraged to recite the oath as well. And with that end, the video will start in just a second, is a montage of your respected faculty members who together will lead you through the oath. Congratulations.
With full deliberation, I freely and solemnly pledge that
I affirm that the health of my patient will be my first consideration.
I will practice the art and science of optometry faithfully and conscientiously and to the fullest scope of my competence.
I will uphold and honorably promote by example and action the highest standards, ethics, and ideals of my chosen profession and the honor of the degree Doctor of Optometry, which has been granted me.
I will provide professional care for those who seek my services with concern, with compassion, and with due regard for their human rights and dignity.
I will place the treatment of those who seek my care above personal gain and strive to see that none shall lack for proper care.
I will hold as privileged and inviolable all information entrusted in me in confidence by my patients.
I will advise my patients fully and honestly of all which may serve to restore, maintain, or enhance their vision and general health.
I will strive continuously to broaden my knowledge and skills so that my patients may benefit from all new and efficacious means to enhance the care of human vision.
I will share information cordially and unselfishly with my fellow optometrists and other professionals for the benefit of patients and the advancement of human knowledge and welfare.
I will do my utmost to serve my community, my country, and humankind, as a citizen as well as an optometrist.
I hereby commit myself to be steadfast in the performance of this my solemn oath and obligation.
Congratulations, doctors. Thank you, Dr. Jimerson and our faculty for sharing this important moment with our newest graduates and guests. As Einstein said, education is not the learning of facts, it's rather the training of the mind. Today, we have honored our graduates. I know that every member of this class has enjoyed the support of someone very special in their lives. Now I'd like to offer the graduates a moment to express their appreciation to families and friends who have provided so much help along the way. You have accomplished something very special. Make the most of this opportunity. Take pride. Don't ever settle. Remember, from difficult times comes victory. Expect great things. Thank you for trusting us. And I leave you with a quote from the great Nelson Mandela. Do not judge me by my success. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. Congratulations, doctors. You've done an incredible job through an incredible time, and we expect to see the incredible contributions you will make to this profession. Go out and celebrate. You deserve it.